I do want to make sure to throw in statements in here today because we unfortunately don't have the necessary stuff here to run the intro or the outro here. I do just want to say thank you to our main sponsor, Steak. They've been around for a while, and we definitely value what they do, and we value that Steak supports this channel, and they are going to continue to support this channel, but we're probably not going to be doing the live stream anymore. I've been doing this live stream every single day since January of 2021, and it's January 2024 now. A lot of stuff has changed. And we're barely making it over here, guys. I've got lawyers coming after me from every angle. I'm spending about $100,000 a month on lawyer bills right now. Everyone I know is coming after me. Everyone. It cost me $25,000 a week to run the show. That's how much it cost me to run the show. To have the studio, to pay employees. That's how much it cost me, $25,000 a week. And you guys may act like it's really silly that I ask you guys to like the videos. It's really silly. I don't think you guys understand how much that matters. I get up every morning at 5:30. I start getting ready for the day, getting ready for the show. We have put in a tremendous amount of hours trying to make the show the very best show it can be, with bells and whistles, graphics, segments, Colin Gary. We're trying to do fun stuff. And it seems like the more we try, the more people reject the show. The numbers have been going down dramatically. The likes on videos, they're now at a point where it's actually pointless for me to be spending this money to do the show. And I hate it because Jay Chains is a very close friend of mine. And Jay Chains is not at work today. He is, I don't think I have a job for him here anymore. He deserves to be paid well. And he helps me with the show and he does a phenomenal job. But guys, I'm running negative every single week. Every week we're negative. And I have people pounding down my doors, begging me for money. People who know me very well, accusing me of having hidden money everywhere. I mean, I can't even run my freaking show. So we did just drop our lawsuit, or not drop it. We just released our amended lawsuit against Hit Network, TJ, Justin Williams, Carlos, Allison, Nick Money, and there will be many more names amended to that in the following weeks. We couldn't add all the names we wanted to add in the original amended lawsuit. You guys can go check out Crypto Believes, or Believes Crypto. I can never remember which way it is. You can check out his X account if you would like to see the lawsuit. I'm not going to get into it right now, it's not important. We do have an emergency hearing on Friday. And then also, Cassie's father passed away in the middle of all of this. So I got to go. Cassie and I are going to go this weekend. We're going to go all weekend, and part of next week doing that. But what I found is that I can make an XRP phone record video that takes me 10 minutes. And I get way more likes and way more appreciation and way more views on those videos than I do on a live stream. And I've been doing this every single day. It's really all I have now. Lost everything. Lost everything. Lost everything. It's really all I have now. Lost everything. Everything. So, love you guys. And just up your day today. I'm already time, but I really appreciate you guys. It's been a good run. And I love all you guys.
Brothers and sisters, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Am I making fun there? Well, I don't like to see people lose everything, but he hasn't lost everything. What he has lost and what people like him will lose is because of their own doing. Let me expand why. Don't care about what happened between him and Discover Crypto. That's different, right? We all saw how, I don't think you can trust either of those guys, TJ or him. That's besides the point. You saw an erratic person with BitBoy, and I'm keeping it at BitBoy, forever. His rants, his harmful price predictions hurting so many people. Oh, what's this price going to be? $40. Oh, $30, $200. Just not even thinking about it, just at the top of his head. Well, people who are new to crypto, even old timers. I mean, I even got coins from him at one point and lost my ass. That's not his fault at all. But it's his fault for throwing them out. And he even said in the bear market that he'll never do that again. Well, he started doing it again because, people are people, right? They get their ego, they get kicked when they're down and they hurt, and then they forget about it all when they try to get back up, right? And then they're so 25 grand a week to run a show. No, it wasn't. And number two, when he got fired and he was crying the first time with his wife, we're going to do things different. We're going to be simple. We got too big. Well, he always had the Gucci, he had this or that. I mean, he was Lambos and everything. It was crazy. A grill. He got a grill, right? A gold grill. Said he was going to do it different. Going to be humble. It took him less than 2 weeks to get a big office again. He was doing it out of his house. You really saw when he was doing it out of his house that he was just guessing at everything. You saw that. You saw, when he's stripped of all his stuff and he was just in his house. I'm out of crypto. I don't know. Just basically looking at stuff like I'm doing here, like I do. The trueness and the bareness of everyone. That's the truth. The hype, the pretty videos you see and all that. It's, we can all do that. I could do that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to spend hours and hours doing that. I have no desire to. I want it to be raw and not try to sell you anything. But he could have done that and gotten a little office in his basement, gotten the sponsor back, but he probably wouldn't have unless he left his family like he did. But I don't think he left him. I think after the video of him with her getting arrested, that was it. And then I haven't seen it, but I saw someone the other day a month ago, showing how he went after his wife on Twitter, X. Horrible. Going after her. This is all well deserved. I don't like to see good people in agony. I don't think he's a good person. I don't think DJ is either. I think they're greedy people. But going back to why he's not doing this, well, you can't hold people hostage for likes. Turn your back on them. Get mad. And stupid J Chains going, doing another mid-roll and getting angry. Oh, if you don't get it up to 1,000 likes, we're going to stop the show. But no one wants to be threatened. He has his people who love him, and if you love him, don't follow me, right? If you're sucked into, an egomaniac animal killer like he is, I'm trying to help good people. But he could have just done it simple, but he couldn't. He has an ego, and he took all these people's money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, to get him out of debt that he was in. People actually gave him money in ETH and Bitcoin. I mean, I can't believe it. It's always good to help people in need. He's a guy who cost a ton of people money, and it was brought on himself. Go help a homeless person. Donate to a charity. Help the animals. Don't be given to that crazy person. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you give it to a guy where you're never going to see it back? And look, it's gone. What you gave him went in his pocket. You'll never see it. He's ungrateful. I don't care what he says on that. It's very ungrateful. So, he could have been simple. I believe it's all a ploy. Maybe he won't come back live streaming initially. He will. You can't keep away from, the rush he gets from that being, not being able to stop blabbering for an hour of nonsense. He maybe talks about 10 minutes of crypto and goes off on ripping on everyone else. So you could say I'm doing that. I'm not. I'm just worried that people get hurt by people like this and the scammers out there. There's so many, even the good ones, they still are pushing a little bit. They want to be paid. And, even myself, I'm going to do a review on a Tangent wallet because it's to help. I'm not making anything off of it. I'll get a link for you guys to buy a wallet, but I've used 4 wallets over my time, and it's the only one I use now. I love it. It's the easiest for new people. It's the easiest. So anyways, I digress. I'll talk about that in a bit. But he could have made it easier on himself and stayed simple. I believe it's a ploy, and he'll be back. But he brought it on himself. No one should have I don't believe he had an overhead of that. I believe he wants money from people. And I believe that his overhead might have been high, but it's more lawyer bills. His wife is probably going after her after him like she should. And it's enough of that. I just type of stuff. No one has more compassion than me, but I do for the innocent. So, How are we doing this weekend, brothers and sisters? How's the market looking? Well, not as bad as one would think, but I will tell you the volume, so low. 31 at this point. That's not great, right? But it's typical right now. We need to get it above 70 billion to have some movement. I'd like to see Bitcoin at 43 level here. We just got above there again. That's great. We need to hold tight here until we get more interest back. We can, BlackRock and all the other ETFs need to offset grayscale selling, which is very, very much come down. So we are, but we need more to be able to push up to the 45. And once we get to the 45, 46, 47, 44, 45, right there is not going to do it. We need the FOMO to kick in again and retail to come back in, because it's not going to only be institutional. That will not push us into a bull market. What it will do is push us up a little bit where we can get the enthusiasm back. And people who have been waiting on the sidelines since the ETF and who got hurt after the ETF to come back in. That's where it's going to begin. And that's worldwide. That's global, where the trading comes in again. So, once we get that, you'll see the pop and headed back into the bull run. It might be a little sketchy until the halving. And, maybe we just had our post-halving sell-off. You never know. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Maybe we go up, maybe we go down, right? Well, like everyone says, I think, Ethereum will either go up or to 3,000 or it's going to go down. Oh, wow, what a genius. Little David Lindley here. So, how's everything else looking, right? We're going to have sideways action. I wonder if we're going to have the sell-off tomorrow. We shall see. But, Ethereum looks like a good buy here. Wish we could get that down to like 1,500. I don't think Ethereum's going to be huge, and I will go over why. I think it has a limitation on where it's going. I also think Bitcoin. We'll go over that in a bit. Wish Coin Perspective would work a little better, because I don't like doing the calculations on my calculator. It takes too long. But in regards to market cap, but we'll go over that in a few. As you see, nothing too crazy. This week I got heavy into Ondo, right? Not a great payoff right now, but I've been DCAing in this all the way down from 26-ish cents, right? Market, the volume has dropped off tremendously, which is a little concerning to me, but I have faith in this. I have faith in what they do, to be honest with you. So I've loaded up way more than I wanted to and way more than I should have. But I'm in all the way here. All the way. All the way. My last buy was just below 21 cents. And I may pick up some more. But I don't like the volume. No, but I do like this tokenizing securities, treasuries. Eventually, I think that's a great idea. And I think that's stuff BlackRock, they're backed by BlackRock a little bit. That's stuff I want to see in regards to being diversified. You got to play with the big boys, right? And I think Ondo in that niche is the, real world assets. One of the main ways to go. I'm hoping, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. But let's see what I have out of all these, right? None of these. Bob, there's your Jasmine. It was $100 worth. That's going to make you rich there, Bob. Yeah, he cracks me up. I was watching on his stream yesterday, Bob, a guy in Wisconsin. He got his arguments against. I was watching Bluegrass, and a couple of people ripping on them about what they do to animals. And Bob, just very smart guy, but I think he's a little too smart and doesn't have any common sense in regards to many things. Thinks he knows it all, but in regards to animals, holy cow. I was just sitting back watching the arguments going on in the chat. It's amusing. Vegans against non-vegans. It looks like there was only one or two, but what can you do? We're the minority, or I'm the minority. So, what do I have out of these, right? You think that's going to get to 20 cents? Not happening. SPARX. Here's another one of mine that I have a ton of, and it's just a gamble coin for me. I got maybe 7 gamble coins. Here, this bad boy too. Almost, I should have, I was going to DCA around 7, but I've got a ton of it at 11 cents, and I'm good with just sitting back on it. This is one I'm not, you got to pick which ones you want to DCA in. I'm not DCAing in everything. What am I going to buy? A couple hundred here, a couple hundred there. That's I'm diversifying into other coins that I already have and a couple newer ones. So nothing too crazy. TIA is so that's going to get into finally break into the 20s at, and how long is it going to take this and Chainlink to get up there? AMP, come on. This is what needs a pump, right? That's see 14 million. That's horrible, but we got a huge market cap here. It's going to take a lot to overcome and get back to the previous average price, which is 6 cents. So many people are long around 6 cents, myself included, a ton. A ton. Too much. That was my fault, but I listened to Ben on that one because it made sense, and he was putting a couple $100,000 in that, and it sounded good at the time and what they were doing, and it was in the height of the bull market, or towards the end, tail end, I should say, not end. And I got stuck, and I just wrote it all the way down. Should have got out of it. Could have gotten out at, right below 6 cents, 5 cents, 4 cents, forever, but nope. And then the SEC naming it in one of the 11 coins on Coinbase that had, they had some insider trading there. A guy who worked there, him and his brother and brother's friend ended up going to jail, but it was named in that. They settled. AMP is not a security. At least they didn't go after AMP per se, but it was like 11 coins that were listed on Coinbase. That the SEC went after the insiders for giving the heads up on that, right? So kind of insider trading. And so after that, AMP got killed, and they suck. To be honest with you, the Tyler Spalding, the CEO, you never hear from him. He's the worst. The worst of the worst. I think he's a scumbag because he knows so many people are stuck. I'd like to know, I'm not going to dig into it now, how many of this is to the founders, and, can you burn any? Help out your community. Companies like this that give crypto a bad name. I'm not saying it's a rug pull and it's not a real company, but where are you? Why are you not talking to the community? He's a coward. You've got nothing good to say about it. While they partnered up with Chipotle, where you can use it at Chipotle. No one's doing that. XRP, 52 cents. Look at that, up 2%. 2%. Can you believe it? Z. Keep talking about this one just because I have faith in it, and because I'm long at a penny, to be honest with you. I'll be, the lowest it got back down to was like 11, 12 cents. I want to see, it's crappy volume, unfortunately, but hopefully it'll pop up with the next run. And I know it will. That one I know, like everything, majority of stuff will pop. We just got to get out of that mindset. Users do we have? There's a new one listed, right? I looked at that yesterday. I don't even, I haven't really dug into it, but what the hell's the supply? What's the, where's it at? It's listed on there and there's no supply info. It's interesting. Objective struggling. It's been, it's had such a big run up. It's really struggled in the sideways actions at 32 and up. Doesn't look to be making another play up for now. AIOZ in the loser list, but still, I don't care if you can hold it 13, 14 cents. I'm good. This I've been loading up more and more on, so it's, we'll see what happens. Probably Swarm as well had a big run up, but what goes up must come down. Not everything can run like Solana or Injective or Fetch AI like they did, but as you see, those have their run and they have their chance to come down too. So people talking about how high Bitcoin's going to go. Okay. For Bitcoin to get to 150K, people think that's no problem. It's there. It needs a $2.9 trillion market cap. And I think that can be overestimated how hard that is to do. Now, Bitcoin moves fast, but once we hit 100, we get into the upper highs. There's going to be a ton of sell-off, to last all-time highs. And then when we get to 100K, it's going to be hard to get over 100K. Who's going to buy it at 100K? To 150K, it's 2.9 trillion. So Bitcoin alone, we are currently at 1.5 trillion. Bitcoin alone has to be almost, not quite double that. That's no easy feat. Who is buying at 100K? Who's buying at 110K? Who's buying at 120K? I'm not saying it can't do this. But if I was a betting man, I would say no. People are going to get out at 100K. Not everyone, of course, but these ETFs will sell off, my friends. They're not holding on forever. And guess what? They're going to get out, and retail, and myself, and we're going to put it into something else. Well, it's not going to be Ethereum. For Ethereum to be $11,500, $1.4 trillion market cap. Okay? So boom, boom. That's 4.5 trillion market cap with these two coins. Nope. Sorry, guys. You know how much money that'll take? And for Ethereum to get to all-time highs is going to be a struggle. And then to get over that and get to 10,000, which will be like 1.2 trillion or something, has a ton. About that. So coin perspective has been working horrible. For Cardano to get to $10, 363 billion. That makes a little more sense. It'll be a struggle, a huge struggle for it to get above $2. It's going to be a huge struggle. But this is the current market cap of 364. Right? Not quite Ethereum now, right? It's 2,300 versus $10, right? 10, right? Close to the same market cap. Let's see if this works. Right? So 90 billion for $2.58. That's reasonable in a bull market, but not in a bull market. That's going to be extremely difficult. Right? I mean, Solana, watch. Let's see if it works. It should freeze up on me. Yeah, look at that, it worked. Solana currently at 42 billion at $97. So we have to don't just take price into it. You have to look at total supply. You have to look at your circulating supply. You have to look at what's coming into the market on your circulating supply. That affects your price. And it has to be in the equation if you are going to buy something. You have to know what's coming out. You have to. Okay? Very important. That's where Token Unlocks comes into this website right here, Token Unlocks, okay? So SEI doesn't have another unlock for 193 days. That's great. And you can get, look at all this good stuff here. Total lot. Who it's allocated to, all that type of good stuff. But, so SEI we have, quite a bit of time until the next major unlock. August, plenty of time to accumulate, plenty of time for it to have a run up. Here's freaking out. Isn't that lovely? Frozen here. Lovely. So, Solana, let's see if this works. There we go. For Solana, freaking out. All right, let's do that. For this to be 215, that's $4.2 trillion to get 215K. And people are calling for 300. It's just not going to happen this bull run if I was a betting man, which I am with crypto. Okay? People calling for $23,000. That's 2.8 trillion. Unlikely. Okay, Solana's here. Solana to get to almost $1,000, it's 425 billion. That makes more sense to me. Makes more sense to me. 2,850 billion. No way. Not going to happen in my view. This, absolutely. $1,000. Absolutely. Could happen. Let's see if this keeps working. There, right now, 2.8 billion for us to get to 56 bucks. Look at that. 58 billion. Very possible. Very difficult, but very possible. Very easy in our bull run to get to 30 bucks. Will not even be an issue. And Near is doing great things. I think we have a very easy shot at that. That's why I own it. See if it keeps working. Normally it quits on me by now. Stacks. If the ordinals and Bitcoin does well, this will do well. Right? $1.50 right now. Not a bad buy. Get us to 15 bucks, 22, no problem. Bitcoin goes up, gets to 70, 80,000. This is right behind it. You know, the ordinals and Bitcoin, people building on it, which I think is crazy, but whatever. I'm in on this at $1. So I'm in. I'm not going anywhere. And I own quite a bit, so 44 billion, $30. Are you kidding me? This and Near, I think, are great investments. Very diversified on those two. Let's look at companies. If you look at what we just talked about, the market cap, right? Microsoft, I believe it will be a struggle to get above 3 trillion. In the bull market, though, if we get the serious FOMO, it won't be an issue. But if we don't, we'll see. We'll see. Apple, so it gives you a little. Amazon, 1.7 trillion. Nvidia, 1.6. Meta, 1.2. We're already above that, so will not be hard to double in a true bull market once we get there. So use the site when it works, where you can calculate it out. Real quick, the news, nothing too crazy going on here. Don't care about FTX. Don't care about SBF. Economy is doing well. It's not doing incredible, but the economy is not in bad shape. And I don't care what people say, Powell can't be bought. He's doing what he needs to do. I would love to see him lower interest rates, but he's in no rush. And I'm glad that he's not being pushed by an agenda. They'll be lowered when they're lowered. We lower them too fast, we're going to be right back where we're at. He's going, inflation's entrenched. It's already here. We don't want to go there because, and also Trump and his stupid tariffs. That is a horrible idea. We have to have common sense with that because guess what? That goes into inflation as well. It's not only the cost of your dollar going down or the value of your dollar. It's the cost of goods coming here. You put huge tariffs on these countries, their prices go up. That's how it works. So, different type of inflation. Government closing in on buying Bitcoin mining. Yeah, Bitcoin mining is, we can argue as much as, it's not bad. Well, it does use a lot of energy, and it's an environmental hazard, if you will. Unless we can totally use true renewable energies. Well, that's never done well. I watched a couple things on it where they are using oils and everything, but, you're also putting it in generators and you're doing all sorts of things. So nothing's free in regards to cost and gain. Remember, the garbage you have and you throw away becomes someone else's garbage, right? So you may think you're just getting rid of your garbage every week in these garbage cans. Well, guess what? We don't only burn garbage here. It gets thrown into the ocean and it gets shipped over to other countries. It used to get shipped over to China. Now it's scattered around all these poor countries. They actually buy our garbage and they burn it. And you think it's healthy and good for the planet to be burning all these plastics, metals, and everything else? Chemicals? No. So, Jupiter, don't care about that. Don't care. Link, I'm very happy for. Don't own any, but that's my loss. I'm not getting in at these levels. All right, Link, 10 billion right now. Do we think $177 is never going to happen? Of course not. Let's go. Let's be reasonable. $52 billion, not a problem. Could it reach $88? It certainly could. Will it keep, they don't, Link has never done great in a bull market, but we'll see. They're one of the few projects that do amazing. Let's be honest, this is mostly software we're dealing with. Mostly ideas. It is a gamble. It could all go to zero. So that's all I'm going to share today. In regards to the market, I will be doing, the most important thing you guys can do is when, some people you can leave your money on good exchanges like Coinbase, but not all of it, a little bit. I think the best thing you can do is go to a Tangem wallet. I use the 3 card one. You have 2 backups and a main one. It's as big as a credit card. It'll take you 5 minutes to set up. No software, just an app. I use the Ledger. I use, MetaMask, many other things. They're confusing for most people. I don't like them. You're hooking up to the internet with cord or whatever it may be. Tangem is the best, user friendly, and then you offload it to that. You have 1 inch. You can trade all these cryptos if you want on it. I don't do that, but if you want to get it off an exchange into a safe and great customer service for the most part, you just email them, they get back to you. It is an incredible wallet. What I love most about it is it's easy to use, and I mean easy. We'll go over more of that later. And once I get to 50 subscribers, I'm going to be having a few giveaways, 100, 150, and 200. Then I'll be doing a Tangem wallet, probably around 500 subscribers, 3-pack on me. You guys pay for nothing. I just need the subscribers so I can help more people. Don't want anything from you. I'll get a link. I'm going to set up a link to make it easy for you guys to buy with a discount. I'm working with Tangem right now. They sent me the stuff. I just got to set it up. But I don't anything for it. I will just want you to at least have one if you want to take your stuff off the line, which I recommend it. You can leave some stuff on Coinbase, I think. That's what I do. But look into Tangem. It's best wallet out there in my view. Okay? Please like and subscribe, comment, and we'll talk soon. Have a good weekend, brothers and sisters. But I'll be back with some short videos, and let me know what you need. Peace and love.